It's Friday morning, and you know how I feel about day trading on Fridays. Sometimes I feel like I don't even want to day trade at all on Fridays, but today, trading, making two trades, had some opportunities, just maybe I had one like kind of bad execution, kind of a mess up. You'll see in the video kind of what went down. I'll explain it more. And then I had one trade that I feel pretty good about, kind of got a good entry, took profit when I saw the stock wasn't going higher. I saw the resistance. So, I was able to identify that resistance and get out for a little bit of profit, and kind of you'll see my thought process and all that in this video, day trading live this morning. So stay tuned. All right, so it's Friday morning, and well, you know how I am about Fridays. Just kind of play it safe. Felt like yesterday, the momentum really wasn't there. A&W made a big move yesterday, kind of at the end of the day, and then kind of gapped up after hours this morning, kind of spiking around. So definitely keeping an eye on A&W this morning, but as of right now, it's not looking that hot. Yesterday, also, the thing was trading. It just felt like it was really heavy. Like there was just a lot of selling pressure. Like every time it would be like, it would jump up 1 cent and then it would come down. It would jump up 1 cent and then there'd be a massive seller. So it was like constantly just like this massive selling pressure there on A&W. And I'm just not trying to trade stocks that have that kind of trading going on. So sit back here, see if we get some action. If we don't, well, we don't. But overall, just nothing really looking that hot this morning. Kind of looking at what was on the pre-market movers. There just was no volume really anywhere, at least that I saw. I didn't really see anything that had decent volume so far this morning. And look at A&W from $2, $2.08 down there to $1.84 now. And look at that, just boom, she's gone. She's gone. So sometimes you just gotta know when not to buy the dip. After our stock has went from $2.65 down there below $2 all before the bell, that's probably a bad sign. Probably telling you to stay away unless it shows some strength, and it's just not showing strength right now. Maybe if it would have held the $2 area and started to just kind of curl up there, it might have been interesting. Got above the VWAP, but I think right now A&W it's not worth it. NVIV working its way up there to the 240 area. Looking at the daily chart here. Looking pretty clear up to that $3 probably. See if we can get filled out here, 224. Getting filled there. Looking for us to push above that 250 area. Stop on this is going to be at 210 area. Give us a little bit of time. I got the EMAs there. I'll jump out there. Just not liking it right there. Fuck. At 210 getting sold into. Let's see if that 210 is going to hold now. Just sitting, just waiting for an entry here. I got BBOX and NVIV pulled up here. Keeping an eye on both of them right now. They're both kind of doing the same exact thing. Kind of consolidating. So I'm looking for someone to make a move here. We'll see if NVIV can get over this 210 area, push up there above the VWAP. Look for an entry at that point. All right, jumping here, 214 on NVIV, looking for this to push up. Ideally, my profit goal would be back above their high of day and then kind of playing that 210 area again. See that 215 area, 216 area, holding it down right now. There's this quick little jump up there to 220. Back down. I think we can get back above 220. We might get some action, get this moving. We're obviously moving higher here, just slowly but surely. A lot of pressure there at the 218, 217 area. So I'm thinking we get above this 220. Get this move going. Pushing up there, 220 again, 220, come on. Look at that selling pressure there, just sitting there at 220, holding it down. Really not liking how this is not pushing through that 220 area. This needs to push right here. It's got to go. If it's going to make a move, it's got to make it right here. And play it safe and just take it there at 219. Just not liking how it's not breaking 220 there. All that pressure there. I'll wait for this to break back above 220 and then jump back in. if it shows strength there. Just seems like there's a massive hidden seller just holding it down there. Somebody asked me the other day in the comments, said, how do you know when the stock's not going to go higher? Nobody knows for sure. Nobody knows for sure if a stock's not going to go higher or lower or what it is. But, something like this, when it's consolidating through here, it's holding, it's looking good, and then, making this and making those higher lows. Really, if this was strong, this should have broken through right there and really kind of ramped up. I think if it would have broken over that 220 area, we'd have easily got up there, that 230, possibly 240 right away. And you can see, boom, boom, boom. You can see how we are trending higher, and then just got stuck. Boom. We got stuck there. We got stuck here. Got stuck there. And again, got stuck one more time. So it's like, okay, something's going on here. It's not to say that it can't go higher at any moment now. It's not to say that it can't just spike and go crazy. But definitely some manipulation going on right there at the 220 area, holding it down. So I'm just going to play it safe and wait for this to break over that 220 area and then look for an opportunity if it shows itself, instead of me holding through this area and then hoping that it's going to go higher. I just got to play it safe, and it's always just about protecting that money. Protecting your money. That's what we're doing again today. Not a lot of action today, not a lot of stuff going on. This whole trade here was kind of like, I should have jumped out much sooner. Should have jumped out once we kind of broke below that 215 area. I think the 210 was way too big of a range there. And then overall, I know it sounds funny. So what was kind of funny, or I know it sounds funny. It sounds like I'm making an excuse here. But what happened was I actually had the 1 minute chart pulled up on the left and the 1 minute chart pulled on the right. So I was looking at it and I wasn't really paying attention. And it looked like there was a lot more support and stuff going on. Now, if I had been really looking at the 5 minute chart, I would have clearly seen, oh, wow, yeah, I'm buying really overextended here. So that was the issue. I know I'm not trying to make an excuse. I know it sounds like a cop out there, like I'm just trying to make an excuse there. But really, if you go back and watch the video when I entered, that was the problem. Was I had that 1 minute chart pulled up and not the 5 minute chart. If I would have had the 5 minute chart, I feel like I would have. If I'd had the 5 minute chart, I would have seen that I was buying really overextended there. That 220 area is just going to be a key area. If it breaks over 220, I think we'll get that. We'll get some more action here. If it can't break above 220, you're going to have the shorts are just going to be hammering in here, and this thing could just roll off and start crashing. So that's kind of just what we're watching right here. See that spike right back over that 220 area, getting hammered back down. Got the 20 EMA, the 5 EMA, the VWAP, everything going on right here. All this support in this area. But there's just not much below here, down there at the $2 area. So that, you got the $2, you got that 205 support there. So I think if this breaks 212, definitely get back down to that 205. So a couple stocks moving around this morning. You got PRAN from 230 up there, the 290s, and then just pulling right back down there. Got a million shares traded on it, but you can see all that volume in that first candle, and then it was just done. All right, so it's 10 o'clock here. It's Friday. I'm going to close it out. Just sitting here looking through everything. Not seeing it today. Yesterday, kind of the same situation. I got lucky yesterday with CCR, and not sure that I'm going to get lucky today. It's not really looking like I'm going to get lucky today. So I'm not going to push my luck. It's Friday. I can stomach a $85 loss. I can live with an $85 loss. I'm not mad about it. Not super happy with the first trade on NVIV. I know I made the excuse that I was looking at the 1 minute chart instead of the 5 minute chart there, but I think overall this is just a little bit too much of a chase. A little bit of a chase there. I thought we might get that push right above 250. You can see it went from $1.80 above 2, boom, up there to 240, but really just kind of a chase there. Obviously getting in there for that break above $2 and then jumping in there on this pullback would have been the better way to play it. Just wasn't able to get there quick enough. Just didn't have the volume. You can see this first 1 minute candle had 280,000 shares traded, and then kind of by this area here, we got the volume that people really started to see, and that's what happened. And this was just way too much of a range there also. Just kind of not really sure why I decided 210 would be my stop loss. That was just kind of, I don't know. I guess I kind of saw this previous support there and was thinking we would just kind of bounce off there and then make that move kind of back up there. kind of keep this going here. If the stock was hot, if the market was hot this morning, that we'd get that move there. But we just did not get that move, and was way too much of a stop there. Really, that 216 should have been my last stop. Even I'd say probably 215, definitely my last stop, but I probably should have just gotten out there once it just couldn't really go. So should have been able to minimize. I should have been able to minimize my loss there much more than I did. Just was kind of stubborn, maybe a little bit of greed, trying to I think this is gonna bounce. Should have just been should have played a little bit more cautiously there, and gotten out there quicker. And then on this trade, I feel pretty good about it. Got the spike above the VWAP, got a little bit of a pullback, and then we got up there to that 220 area. We just couldn't get above it, so I ended up just getting out there at 219, and puts me down $85 on a day. Nothing to write home about, nothing to cry about. Kind of just one of those days. It's Friday, so we'll take it. I'm gonna go on the boat. Actually, I'm heading out on the boat, so I gotta go. I gotta get this video finished up. I'll talk to you.